Hi there! I'm Marina Madden. This is Madden Takeover. Welcome to my channel. So, today we're going to be discussing The Hunger Games by Susan Collins. I'm so excited! I love this book. Okay. So obviously I'm a huge fan and I love the books and I love the movies, I love the actors, I love the franchise, everything about The Hunger Games. I'm in love! So this book is a young adult dystopian novel and it is recommended for ages 13 and older. I would say let's just make it 14, call it even at high school. Yeah, because it's a little bit graphic at times. Alright, so just in case you have been living under a rock and you have no idea what the summary of The Hunger Games is, here it is. And go read the book. Okay, so this book takes place hundreds of years into the future, and there was a huge civil war that broke up America. So now the losers of the war were separated into 12 districts all over America, and they are pretty much starving except for the first two, which are led by the capital, which are the winners of the war. So every year, the winners of the war, who are the capital, host a tournament called the Hunger Games to remind the districts that they are still in control and that they shall not rebel. It's kind of a dickish move, but what you gonna do? And a representative from the capital goes to each district, and they pick a boy from the district and a girl from the district. So there are 24 contestants in the Hunger Games. These 24 contestants have to be from the ages of 12 to 18. They go to the capital, they are set in an arena, and they fight each other to the death. The last person that is alive wins the Hunger Games and gets to live, pretty much. That's what they get. Kind of sucks because they get to live anyway. But, yeah, so the Hunger Games is. It's kind of gruesome. So this book follows a girl named Katniss Everdeen. Her younger sister, whom she loves, gets chosen, and she volunteers to join the Hunger Games. And we follow her and the person that goes with her, Peeta, to see how they fare in the Hunger Games. It is a very graphic book. I would recommend 14 and older. So, if you haven't read the book, go read it. I'm pretty sure now you're a little bit intrigued. It does sound epic, and it is. So, read the book or watch the movie. If you're not a book reader, it's pretty accurate. Just go. Just go. Oh, I'm so ashamed of you. Okay, so here are some of the themes of this book. The first theme would be self-sacrifice. So Katniss, she sacrificed herself when she stood up for her sister and volunteered as tribute to Katniss. Anyway, another theme would be government control. The government controls everything they do, everything they eat, everywhere they go, where they work, how they sleep. It's like worse than your mother when you're 12. Another theme would be suffering as entertainment. And I actually got that one from SparkNotes, but it was so good that I had to mention it. Like, people are dying, and these people are just entertained by it. They act like it's no big deal while children are dying. So sad. What you gonna do? And lastly, I would say that this theme isn't really emphasized until at least the second book, but defiance and rebellion. It's a big theme in these books, and it's necessary. It is. Alright, so my reaction to this book, whew, man, do I love this book. It is my favorite book. It still is. It holds up. And even though it is very mainstream and it's so popular, blah, 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 I do love it. It's amazing. It's a great book. You can't knock on Hunger Games. It's an amazing book. I love this book because it has the perfect amount of romance and violence and mystery and suspense, and it's just a great combination of a book. Like, it's so good. I love it, and it makes you cry, it makes you laugh, it makes you scared, all at the same time. It's a good book. The scene that affected me the most would be the scene when Rue dies. that scene. I'm not sure. I don't remember if I cried, but I was 13 when I read this book, which is why I think 14. I wasn't ready. I was still, in my teen bopper phases when I was watching Disney Channel still, I guess, and it was a bad idea because I was kind of scared, and I think I did cry when Rue died. It really hurt my feelings. It was like, I'm Rue. That was me. I'm dead. So, like, I still loved it. I read it so many times since then. It's amazing. Another thing I love about this book is Katniss. She is such a strong person, a strong girl. I'm so proud to be called a woman because she is amazing. Everybody expects a woman or a girl to want to be in love and like, oh no, her mind is clouded by this guy, but no, she's so strong and she puts what needs to be put first. Like, she was in the arena and Peter was all in love and he was all had catching feelings for her and she was just trying to play the game so she could survive. Girl is a survivor. She's a winner. I'd have her on my team anytime. I was actually surprised at how many killing scenes there were. I wasn't expecting a lot of killing when I went into the book because I just heard about it from my friend and she said, oh, you'll like it because you're that kind of person. And I was like, okay. And the killing threw me off guard. I was like, oh, all those dead bodies. I thought about it. It made me sad. My parents are watching. Okay. Other people's reactions. Obviously, everybody loves this because it's now a movie. And it's like the #1 franchise like ever. People raved about it, and it's practically a religion like Doctor Who. I mean, everybody loves this movie. But famous people call it enthralling and brilliant and genius and imaginative and creepy and dark all at the same time. It is so fantastic. It just wraps up everything that you'd need in a book just so perfectly. It's almost like Throne of Glass, if you ever read that. Probably read it later. So. But yeah, this book was amazing. I loved The Hunger Games. If you haven't read this book, you need to read the book or watch the movie. It's so good. You have to. Please do it. So that was my review of The Hunger Games. Tune in next time, and I'll be talking about The Fault in Our Stars. Have a great week.